Hello and welcome to the Ilene Silverman Show. I'm your host Ilene, and on this week's program, our guests share information about elder options, their many programs, particularly the SHINE program, and how you can help others in our community by volunteering with elder options. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us for our program. I'm delighted to introduce my guest, Katina Mustafer, Chief Executive Officer, Elder Options. And Katina, it's good to have you back here on the Ilene Silverman Show and to talk about Elder Options again. Thank you.
Well, it's wonderful to be back, and it's so wonderful to see you, Ilene.
Thank you very much. And when I think about Elder Options and all your many programs, I just know how essential they are to our community. So help us to understand Elder Options and the many ways that you impact us.
Sure. So Elder Options is a private nonprofit agency whose mission is to assist older adults, those 60 years of age and older, and the disability community to live at home independently as long as possible. We know that if given the resources in their home, individuals thrive. And so that is the purpose of Elder Options, to allow them and to assist them in thriving in their home environment.
See, I just like your frame your frame of thought, because it is true. And it's where people want to remain.
Absolutely.
I see it within my own family, and I know how important that environment is.
Absolutely.
So tell us a bit more about the different programs, Katina, and
Sure.
the many ways, as I said, you're making a difference here in this community.
Absolutely. We have programs for caregivers. We have our Savvy Caregiver program that provides education and assistance and support groups for individuals who are caring for someone. It includes individuals who are caring for someone with some form of dementia.
Okay.
We also have our Healthy Aging program, and that is a program that provide workshops in the community that focused on helping individuals manage their chronic health condition. And also they have exercise classes like Tai Chi to
Oh, excellent.
Yes, to assist individuals to remain strong and vital, and also to prevent them from having a possibility of falling.
Oh, essential. And now, these programs we're talking about, is there a charge, or how is this?
So
how does this execute? Yeah.
So there are not any charges to participants
Right.
of the program. We
Okay.
are federally and state funded for all of our programs.
So all of these programs we're talking about, community members, or they're available to all community members free of charge.
That is correct.
Yes.
That is correct.
What a blessing.
It is. It
That
really
people
is.
can access all of these important programs.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, the focus again is on people who are disabled and those who are 60 years of age and
Okay.
older.
Yes. Thank you
Yes.
for clarifying.
Absolutely.
But now things could always change with these many programs, and things are changing. As far as federal funds and state funds, which could have an impact on this opportunity, through Elder Options.
Absolutely. We're experiencing that currently with two of our programs, the Healthy Aging program that I
Right.
mentioned, that provides the fall prevention workshops and the chronic disease workshop. And we also are experiencing it with our SHINE program. So
Oh, that
that's,
too.
Yes, that's one of our programs where we provide unbiased Medicare counseling to individuals
Exactly.
who are enrolling in Medicare.
Now wait, what does SHINE mean?
SHINE means serving health insurance needs of elders.
Right.
And it is funded to assist individuals in all things Medicare. That includes when they first are enrolled in Medicare till the annual review of Medicare.
Right.
Correct.
Which is complicated, and so your SHINE counselors are quite valuable.
It's very complicated, and so it's a lot of work. We cover 16 counties.
Yeah.
And so that SHINE program consists primarily of volunteers within that 16
Right.
county area. We have 5 staff, but we have almost 70 volunteers.
Outstanding and essential. Otherwise, you just can't get the word out. And it's not an easy conversation. And we are looking forward to meeting one of your SHINE counselors and talk more about that program. We're going to take a quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're back talking about elder options, and I'm pleased to introduce my guest, David Porter, SHINE counselor, and to welcome back Katina Mustafer. And Katina and David, there's so much to say about the SHINE program. Katina was introducing it in our first segment, but how long have you been a SHINE counselor?
Approximately 13 years.
Okay, then you probably still feel like you're learning, but you have gotten it down.
Yes.
I understand. And help us understand why someone would seek out the SHINE program. What is your mission?
When a person turns 65 and goes on Medicare, there are decisions that they have to make at that time that can affect them financially and medically for years to come. So it's important for them to get as much information as possible to make the best decision that fits their circumstances.
And unbiased information. You notice, and wait, right away, Katina, what is that phone number for reaching out to SHINE?
It is 1-800-262-2243, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
All right. Somebody's there to take your call, and there are many ways that you are assisting people. So tell me more about that. How before turning 65 should somebody reach out?
I believe that a person 6 months before they turn 65 should start educating themselves on what options they might have, what options they will have perhaps from their employer after they retire, and how they can, what decision for medical coverage would be best for them. And I would suggest that people contact SHINE no later than 3 months before they retire.
Okay, wow. Or what if they're not retiring? Just use the age 65 as a parameter?
If a person is not retiring and still going to have what Medicare considers creditable coverage with health insurance with their employer, they do not have to enroll in Medicare at that particular time. They can enroll in Part A. I don't want to confuse people. But you can enroll in Part A because there's no additional premium for that. You paid for that throughout your working life.
Makes sense.
But then when a person does retire and then lose their employer coverage, they can then go into Medicare without having a penalty.
So there is a lot to know.
Mm-hmm.
There is.
That was just one small bit.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a lot to know. And just at this crucial time, insurance companies start to reach out to you.
Absolutely.
People wouldn't know who to believe.
Absolutely. When they start turning 65, the mail comes.
Yes. And so one of the keys here is unbiased information. You're providing them with the best information for them without not trying to sell something.
That's correct. SHINE counselors have no affiliation with any insurance company whatsoever. We, as a matter of fact, SHINE counselors will not make recommendations or advise people. What we will do is try to provide the beneficiary with as much information as we can so the beneficiary can make a decision that's in their best interest, medically and financially.
Wow. And how do you reach out to everybody? I mean, you've got a 16-county area. What are some of the ways that you're in contact or connecting like online? Do you do?
We do online services, Zoom presentations for educational reasons. We do one-on-one counseling at various sites throughout our 16 county area. Thank
Wow.
you. And we do a lot of counseling over the telephone with people.
Oh, okay. So just one-on-one.
Yes.
Oh, so it does take a lot of volunteers to cover all that.
Yes.
That's a lot of people calling for information. And you have how many volunteers? I think you mentioned.
We have almost 70 volunteers in our 16 county area, and they're all well trained and well versed on Medicare. And in fact, David actually provided shine counseling for my parents when they turned 65.
See, what a good connection. But we can use more volunteers.
Absolutely.
And we're going to take another quick break. Stay with us. We will be right back. We're back discussing elder options and the SHINE program. And David, tell us more about volunteering. We know we need more people, but what is the training like?
We provide 3 days of in-person training. It goes over the basics of Medicare and what you need to know to be a counselor and how to assist people when you're a SHINE counselor. Subsequent to a person successfully completing the training, then they're in a mentoring program where they sit with an experienced volunteer for a number of sessions, and then before a person gets thrown out on their own, they are then in counseling sessions under the observation of a volunteer.
Okay, that makes sense, because this is a lot of information to take in. Even just when I'm listening now, it is a lot of information. So you really train someone and then give them the time to get that experience.
Yes.
Well said. And how can someone sign up, Katina?
Absolutely. They can go to our website, which is www.agingresources.org.
Okay.
We're always looking for volunteers. Although we have almost 70, we need more because we have such a large territory. And we
Right.
also I have a team of 5 people who work with the volunteers, and we show so much appreciation to our volunteers. We make sure that we honor them for all the hard work they do.
Well said. And I would say that is, yes, very important. You put in a lot of hours, and I think the more experience you have, the more valuable it is. Can you think of, you mentioned that David helped with your folks, and I was wondering about some other stories that you might have to share with us about different, and there must be situations you still come across and you go, well, that wasn't in the training.
That's I keep learning all the time. Every situation is unique for a person's circumstances and the situation they're in. When my mother-in-law was on Medicare, I talked to my wife about sitting down with her and looking at her prescription drug plan and using the Medicare.gov plan finder, which is an outstanding tool you can use to compare drug plans and the cost of those various drug plans. And she was on a plan that was charging her $60 a month for premium, and we found a plan for her that would cost $20 a month.
Oh, big difference.
That would pay for, all her medications basically were no cost to them on that plan. So she was saving over almost $500 a year. We've helped other people that have, one way or another, been placed in a plan they didn't want to be in and needed to get out, and we've helped them change plans.
Right. Yes. Well, and that again takes a lot of knowledge. Now, this is sad to bring up, but there is Medicare fraud and scams, and you help people with that too.
We do it. The best way to do it is to protect yourself from the
Right.
scams. And a Medicare number is a valuable commodity on the black market, and it's important to not give out your Medicare number to anybody that you do not know personally needs that number to provide you with services that you personally know you need. There have even been instances in this area where people have received telephone calls with a caller ID ghosting the name of their physician.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that's a bad one.
And try to ask for your Medicare number, but unless you know personally that number needs to be given out, do not give that out. It should be kept as secret as your credit card numbers.
Oh, wow. And never give out your Social Security number.
No.
That goes without
Absolutely
saying.
not.
But still, people fall prey because we're
People-
trusting souls.
Absolutely.
And dealing with older population, that makes it even worse. And
People will call up on a regular basis and try to do anything they can to say, we're associated with Medicare, we're a Medicare specialist, and your doctor says that you're eligible for this back brace or this knee brace or whatever.
Wow.
And they say, it won't cost you anything, you just need to give us your Medicare number.
oh,
And then once they get the Medicare number, then there are doctors who will dishonestly sign, and these things get submitted to Medicare, and Medicare pays out thousands of dollars processing these things.
which all just goes back to hurt everybody.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Well, David, I want to thank you and all the Shine counselors for all you're doing through Elder Options for everyone in our community and the larger area. Thank you very much. And for all those future volunteers, we already appreciate you. We're going to take another quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We're talking about elder options, and I'm pleased to introduce Lisa Kanarak, Director of Marketing and Communications. And Katina, thanks for joining us again, and we welcome you, Lisa.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I'm pleased we've become friends over these past few months, and I just have to say how much Elder Options is really doing in this community. I really applaud all of you, plus David, of course, as a Shine volunteer. But you need more volunteers. It's still not enough.
It's still not
Tell us.
enough. I have to say, our volunteer-led programs are really some of the lifeblood of what we do, and we love and appreciate all of our volunteers. We need volunteers particularly for our board of directors and our advisory board. And on our board of directors, we're looking for somebody that has experience with marketing and with fundraising.
Important.
Very important. And we're always looking for volunteers for Shine and for our healthy aging programs.
Oh, again, can people go to the website, find out more knowledge, certainly, and sign up that way?
Absolutely. We have a section, agingresources.org/volunteers.
Okay. And with aging, and also, what about the campaign? Know us before you need us, which really says a lot about also your goals, keeping someone in their home.
Absolutely. So Know Us Before You Need Us came up when we met as a state. So there are 11 area agencies on aging throughout the state of Florida. And we talked about how people reach out to us when they're in crisis.
Right.
And how we wish they knew about us before then. So we want to encourage people, if you're thinking about something, if you think you have a need, please reach out to us through our 800 number.
Excellent. And we're making that available. And Katina, so we know all these programs are important. What's the status of everything?
So the programs are important. There are 2 programs that are in jeopardy for year 2026, and that is the Shine program, which we had our wonderful volunteer David Porter speak about, but also our healthy aging program, and that's the program with the fall prevention and chronic disease education. And so what we're asking is the community to support us in continuing those programs.
Yes.
And there are 2 ways that they can do that. One is by donations to our agency, and they can donate through our website, again, www.agingresources.org, and there's a donate button, and they
Okay,
can click
easy.
on that. And then the second way is to reach out to our U.S. senators and U.S. representative to tell how they benefit from these programs and also how they want to keep these programs
In
going. Correct. Absolutely.
Because we all seem to acknowledge that the population is aging,
Absolutely.
more baby boomers, more needs for these programs, people living longer, and we all want to be living healthy lives.
Yes.
And that is the goal
Absolutely.
of knowing us before you need us and aging in place, keeping people healthy and preventing the
Better
things
managing.
we don't want.
Absolutely. Chronic health condition, preventing falls, learning more about Medicare, and as David talked about, choosing the plan that best meet an individual's need. And as you
Right.
said, there are 10,000 people turning the age of 65
wow.
every day.
That's a lot of information.
It
It
is.
is.
For the
It
shy
is.
volunteers.
It is.
So our programs are going to continue to be needed, and so we want to make sure that they're around as everyone turns 65.
Thank you very much, Katina, Lisa, of course, David Porter, Shine Counselor, and all the many people in your elder options. We're almost out of time, but can you think of one quick story, either of you, just to share about people you've encountered in these many years?
I can, related to our healthy aging program, we have one person who went through our diabetes education program, and she was a caregiver for a mom. She was in her 70s, and she was able to reduce her A1C from 13 to 7.
Oh my gosh. That
huge.
would take her off of all kind of medications.
Absolutely.
Change everything.
And allow her to continue to care for her mother.
Oh, well said. So one program can change a life,
Absolutely.
and that's what we're all about. And thank you again so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad that you tuned in, and I hope you will join us next time. Take care.